All right, real. Or we're the same age.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Hello? Yeah, no, I don't. I'm too peaceful to argue or cuss anybody out. I just don't agree in
I
his
appreciate that. I
policies.
love to hear that.
Yeah, so I don't enjoy his administration. I don't enjoy him taking money from billionaires and millionaires who run businesses and switching the policies to better their business, but also his pockets. I don't agree with the fact that things are getting signed like making corporations, if they want to use segregation tactics, whether it's bathrooms for black people, minorities, I don't like that they can separate that now. I don't like the fact that he's doing this big war on DEI. And it's kind of this overt racism, even though DEI is for inclusion of women, all kinds of women, disabled people. Like, it's just certain things that he's messing with that he does not need to mess with. What is the problem? Why are your hands in these things? That's my issue.
Yeah, listen, real. I understand your point of view. I will say. I'm gonna let Max talk next. But I will say that I do understand your perspectives, and I've actually had a lot of people in my family, my friends, former friends, whatever, people I know bring up these perspectives, and they do have issue with them. So I trust me, I've heard this a million times. I will say, but
Hmm. Yeah.
with something like DEI, for example, right? Me personally,
Hmm.
I would ask you right now:
Yeah.
would you prefer? Would you? How would you feel about the government telling you who you have to hire for your business? If you own a business, I don't know if you're a business owner, entrepreneur, but if you have a business or had a
Okay.
business or want to have a business, would you want the government to be able to step in and tell you, oh, you need to hire this person because they belong to the LGBT, or you need to hire this person because they're of this certain minority or they're of this certain racial class? Would you think that would be fair for you as a business owner?
Well, the government's not doing that. That's not what
No, no,
DEI
but no,
is. I
no,
feel
no, no,
like
no.
there is.
Real.
I
That
think
no,
I
that
think there needs to
essentially
be
is.
you
That's what DEI is.
no,
I want to stop you
you
right there.
asked me
No. But
you
so I just
asked
want to
me a
correct you because I'm
question and
telling you
I'm
that
very
this analogy that
respectful.
I'm making is
So
very much related to DEI.
so
There are people in the
so
comments who
okay,
agree because
okay.
that is
I'm
DEI.
gonna
It's telling you
ask
to
you.
diversify your workforce.
I'm asking you just a basic definition of what DEI is, and I also
Diversity,
want you to.
equity, inclusion,
What does
diversifying
it
your
mean?
workforce on the basis of sexuality and or skin color, equity, making your situation or your workforce equitable for people based on gender identity, skin color, or disability, inclusion, including those
So
types of people. And I'm asking you, Real, and I want you to answer this question.
okay,
Which, as a business owner,
okay.
potentially, or if you are one,
I
would you
feel
want,
like
can I finish? Hold on. Would you want the
yeah, of
government to be
course.
able to tell you, hey, you need to hire more people of blank background because DEI? Would you feel like that would be okay?
Okay, can I answer? Not
Yes,
okay. I don't want to get
go ahead.
interrupted because this is very nuanced. Okay,
Go ahead.
so I feel like it's very easy for people to say, "Oh, you're trying to make me hire this person or that person." So this country, um, in my opinion, for years was directed toward, especially in corporate. I'm in a corporate setting. That's my job.
Mhm.
Okay. So if you're not a white male, okay, they're not looking at you. They're stereotyping you. The locks in your hair. They just had to enact the Crown Act a couple years ago because people weren't being hired because the locks in their hair
Can
or
I say
their
this?
natural hair
Miss
was
Real, listen, I know you want to finish. I'm going to let you finish, but I just want to say, as a person with locks,
because I'm
I just want to say,
speaking
as a
on the
person with locks, I
truth.
don't know if you have locks or not, but as a person who had
I
locks, I've
do
had locks
not.
since 2008, 2025, so I had them for 17 years.
Okay.
I've had almost 10 jobs. Okay, I have never had any issue
Okay.
getting a job. I've never even I got an interview. Every interview I've ever had for a job, I got hired on the spot because of how I speak. So I've never had any issue whatsoever getting a hairstyle.
You
I'm
know,
sorry, getting a job based on my hair.
that's
So that
personal.
now
That's
that I understand,
personal to
listen, no,
you.
no, but you tried to make it personal to me by bringing up my locks in the first place. So I'm here to tell you that personally, it
Well,
never affected me.
that I can say you can say that, but if a whole state has
I
to
can say it,
enact,
but what?
if the governor of a state has to make an act to where people do not get
The government
discriminated
doesn't have to
against
do anything. The
based
government
on
chooses to do things
your
because people have been
personal
brainwashed to believe that their hairstyles and their skin color have affected them getting a job. But it's BS.
Okay, okay. So for the people that actually have been, for the boy that was kicked out of a private school
Oh
because of
God.
his hair, for all the people that have dealt with it, your personal story, yeah, it
I
goes for
feel like as a
everybody.
business owner,
But
you should
let
not
me
be
tell
told.
you,
I just feel like you should not be told who to hire based on hairstyle, skin color, sexuality.
but
You
people
should
are
not be told who to hire.
exactly.
Period. That's my opinion.
Exactly. You're actually right. You're right. You're right. And but that's why DEI was in effect, because that was happening. So not only were people, and it's not even just black people, even people with disabilities, just to have a ramp to go up, to go into
That's why
work,
I
to
managed.
have
That's why I pointed
um
that out.
e- exactly. So there are certain things that are in place, not just for black people, but for women, women of all colors, races, for women in general. It was known that women in the same workforce as men were not getting paid equally, not being treated with respect. So this is not just a black thing. This is not just, oh, because you're different, I have to hire you. This is
Real.
I want
I'm
to
gonna let
make
you finish,
access
Queen.
for
Queen,
everyone
let
to
me let
get
you
the
finish, but I'm
same
gonna let Mac
jobs.
talk. I'm gonna let Mac talk, please. Go ahead, Mac.
I bet I could do that.
Oh, I appreciate you. Go ahead, Mac.
Get paid the same as men when women
Hold
cannot
on,
get
Mac.
paid
Mac.
the
Mac.
same.
Mac. Your audio is kind of muffled. I don't know if it's just me, but I can't really hear you.
I'm saying, why should women get paid the same as men when they can't perform the same duties as a male? It's not the same thing.
What do you mean? So, okay,
I'm
so I work at a firm, okay? And
okay.
best believe those women at that firm, highly trained, highly capable, probably even better
Right.
than some. So what are you trying to
I think he's
say?
referring
Like,
to certain
I'm saying
positions,
it's
certain jobs.
it's a,
well, what kind of jobs? Because the
For
women that I know
example,
are
I'm
working
gonna
in
let him
corporate
talk. I'm gonna let him
jobs.
talk, but just think about it for a second, real. Like being a cop, jobs that require mass, that require bigger
it's
bodies. Think
about
about that for a second. But go ahead, Mac.
yeah. I mean that's
Okay.
mainly what I mean. Like I said, everybody supposed to be in their own lane anyway. Though I mean, this shouldn't even you know what I'm saying be a debate about who get what and why she ain't getting. You know what I'm saying? You get what you are.
Oh, damn, his internet.
So I feel like to speak on an argument, because it's true that physically males and females are different biologically, right? So we can agree on that.
Yeah.
But just to say that you can't put that on the whole workforce. Males and females are different, but if a male and a female are doing the same job, because there are females that are firefighters, that are police
Right.
officers, and they're doing
Right.
great. So if they're doing great at their job, and as long as their boss is saying you're doing your job, why do we care? Number
For an
one.
Because
example,
let's think of
for an
it
example,
where
What?
my
in the
husband.
soccer league,
Wait, I'm
in
sorry,
the
Mac. Mac, let me finish this. All right.
in the
Okay, I got a
WNBA,
BO, right? My husband is 260, 6'3". God forbid, right?
Okay.
God forbid, my house gets this on fire right now, and I need the firefighters to run in that bitch and get him. I would prefer it not to be a bitch that's my size. I'm 5'1", 130. I don't want a girl my size going in the house to get my man. I want a man to do it. A nigga his size or better. That's what I would prefer.
Well, that's probably
And
gonna
I
happen.
think a lot of women would agree with that because most of the time men are bigger than women. So given that intel, I think there are certain jobs that women should be doing and certain jobs that men should be doing. But a lot of people think that's
and
wrong
But
because
and
they
why
think
and
why
I'm
are there
gonna be the same.
why are there I have a question. Why are there women that are firefighter?
Because they
Why
want
are
to be
there women
firefighters.
that are
There are women
police
doing a lot of things
officers?
they shouldn't be doing.
Yes, yes, but here's the thing though. I don't think that, especially when it comes to a job like saving lives, their boss would be like, you know what? You went through all this work, you're capable, but because you're a woman, they're hired for a reason. Are we just gonna say that the
The
whole
reason
like
is
labor
DEI.
force
The
is
reason is
slow?
DEI. That's why they're hired. They're hired because their employers
It's
tell them they have
DEI. But if
shortages.
they're
They
doing
I
their
have
don't think
shortages.
job,
women
what
should
is
be
the
in the
problem?
military. I don't think
Why?
women should be in the
Me either,
military.
Matt. Women should not be in the military.
And my thing
Women
is,
should be in the
DEI
kitchen.
has been My
That's just
thing
me
is
though.
DEI has been happening for the longest. I feel like I'm not gonna lie, and this is no personal attack, but I just feel like Trump supporters, like DEI has been a thing, and DEI has been helping specifically mostly white women. So I'm just
Yeah, they've
confused
been
on why
helping the
now
lesbian
during
white
this
women, the white women in the LGBT.
what
That's
I'm
what it's been
saying
helping,
is
and you know it, and you know it. That's
during
why you just
this
laugh. I just make you laugh because you
no,
know
I'm
it.
laughing no, I'm
You
no.
know I'm right,
So
bro.
during why does everyone care about this during this administration? Like
I've been caring
I
about it
feel
personally. I
like
cared about it last year,
this is brainwash. Because here's
Okay,
the
listen to this
thing,
right. Listen
but
to
I
this.
cared about
Okay,
it
hear me
last
out
year
it
right.
because they
I
weren't
is.
just
talking about
can't.
it in the media.
I
So am I brainwashed still, or what?
I'm talking
listen.
about okay, if you
No,
were
I'm
still
just saying
talking
Listen
though.
here.
about
No
that's
one knows
one
what you're talking
thing.
about. So am I
This is
brainwashed or
DEI
no?
for you right here.
What's
This is
DEI,
D.
sir? What's
This is
DEI,
DEI
sir?
for you right here. I just
What's
came
DEI?
home from prison, right? I just did a stretch. Okay, I could earn good time in order to get out of prison sooner. So everybody in prison who can earn that are looking for a job in there. Do you know that these motherfuckers was had DEI in the Illinois Department of Corrections that said even if it was a job available, if the quarter, if what they needed wasn't black and they needed a Hispanic guy or a white guy and you was qualified, they wasn't they was not gonna hire me. So
They wait.
it's whatever the DEI needs.
It's
So
crazy.
so
They said
if
that
they
they
need a
said that
white
to
person,
you in the state of Illinois, which I am in right now. They
And
said
wait,
that
you
to
right?
from
you.
Chicago, real? Are you from Chicago like me?
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh, I'm from
I
Chicago.
am.
Oh,
I
we all from
And
am.
that's how
Chicago
it
up
is
here.
now.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Jesus.
I
They
love that.
denied me
Jesus.
a job.
I'm from
They
Chicago
denied
too.
me a job. They denied me a
Wait.
job and
Oh, hold
hired
on. Wait.
a Hispanic.
I'm sorry, Mac. Wait,
They
real.
denied
You
me a
25 like
job
me.
and
What high
hired
school you
a
go to?
Hispanic.
Not to be too nosy. I don't know if you don't want to put that out there.
I went to school in the suburbs,
Oh,
so I'm
you went
not
to the
gonna
burn.
say
Okay,
too
okay,
much.
okay,
I'm
okay.
not.
I was
Yeah,
scared.
yeah.
But yeah, that DEI stuff, man, it's like you know what I'm saying. Like I said, if you feel someone is discriminating against you or violating any of your constitutional God given rights, you have every right to civilly sue them. But to create a program that's gonna come in between all that so you don't have to sue. No. You supposed to be responsible as a citizen. If
So
somebody
I'm
assaults you,
guessing.
you supposed to sue them. It
So
ain't
I'm
supposed to be a
guessing.
program that says if you're yeah. Okay, go ahead.
So I'm guessing that based off of y'all's logic with DEI, I'm guessing that you don't think that there was a fundamental problem with people, minority groups earning the same wages, being recognized, being even thought of, in workspaces. So you're
No, I
denying
think
that
the
was a
problem was
problem.
I think the problem was that more black people didn't own businesses. More black people didn't get involved in politics
But
to
why
be
do
in
you think
position
that
of authority.
is? Well, first of all, there's a lot of black
I mean, we
people in
were in
politics,
politics, but we were in
and
the
we
wrong
still
stuff.
are in politics.
But in the
So
wrong
it's like,
politics.
what's the wrong politics?
The wrong
Democratic
politics is
politics.
all that goofy shit that be
What?
leading that keep
Democrat.
us stagnant.
So I have a question because I don't honestly. Okay, so I go to usually towards Democratic views because it's more tolerable than Republican
When you say
culty
tolerable,
views,
what you
in
mean?
my opinion. But I feel like black people in politics, no matter where they go, if they doing goofy shit, then okay, yeah, like okay, you crazy. But I just feel like black people in politics fighting for political black freedoms, for just social justice in general, is a beautiful thing. Maybe if you would see your
Fighting
fellow
what is
black
give me the
person,
definition of that. Give me the
maybe if you
definition of
would
fighting for black
wait,
freedom.
maybe if you would see your fellow black person who is a Democrat as a person instead of just a party or partisanship. Maybe there are some things you can agree on and
But
disagree
but
on,
but
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 still
real,
know
real,
the
real. I'm gonna
root
stop you right
cause
there.
is
I'm gonna
that
stop you
they
right there,
don't like
Queen.
us.
Queen, can I? You
Okay.
want to join? Swab wants to come up. You can come up next. But I just want to say, listen, I'm a former
Okay.
Democrat. I was a Democrat my entire life up until I was 22 years old. I'm 25 now, and when I snapped out of it, it was the best thing that ever happened to me because I was honestly believed that a man could become a woman, and I was telling people that shit, and it was crazy as hell. Why would I vote for the party
Okay.
that thinks that a man can become a woman? Why would I vote for the
I
party
mean,
that
that's they
runs on abortion?
that's their business.
No, it's not
That's
their
their
business. It's
business.
delusion. It's delusion,
It
baby.
is their business.
No, it's
I
not.
don't
It's not their
personally
business. But
care.
real. Let me tell you my story about how I ended up on this side in the first place. Like I said, I was Democrat. I was assigned a
I think
transgender
I
as
was
my
in
roommate.
here once.
I was assigned
Yeah,
a
you was talking about
transgender
that.
female as my roommate, aka a man. And I was told that because he
Okay.
identified as a female, I had to tolerate that. That shit blew my fucking mind because I knew that was crazy as hell. So when you say it's their business, it's like, well, it's their business up until they want to be in female spaces, right?
I mean, if they're not harming nobody, who give a fuck? Who
I think
cares?
it's very harmful for somebody to want you to lie for their sake.
I mean,
Nowadays,
I don't personally care because it's not my
That's the
life.
problem, real. And you know what?
Live live it
That's
how
when I
you
start
live
dropping people
it.
from the call because you're honestly the Lulu. So I'm gonna pray for you, babe, but I'm gonna let you
Okay.
go.
You have a
Thank
great
you. Like I said,
yeah,
Mac.
we
I
should
drop people down when they start talking crazy. I don't have any time. I don't want to talk to you if you think that a man can become a woman.
I don't understand what is so hard about going and do the homework. If you saying what you saying and you believe in what you believe in is true, what do receipts say? Show me where the effects of DEI is great for everybody. How is great for
Nobody
everybody?
can produce any
No,
receipts. It's all emotion and all